Hi and welcome to the channel. I am Richard. Today I am going to take you with me up into deep space to revisit a game I have already done a video on. I'm talking about Moonrakers. I did a video on how to play this game, how to set it up, to go through the rules and everything. So if you want to see that, press the link up here. And you need to get an understanding of the base game to know what I'm talking about today. Because I'm not going to show you how to play the base game, I'm only going to show you how you add the expansion, Binding Ties. This is an expansion to Moonrakers that comes out on Kickstarter really soon. It's again Ivy Studios that have done this beautiful expansion, and today I'm going to show you how to get this into your base game. I'm going to show you the setup, I'm going to go through the rules and tell you what this expansion is about. So let's just have a look at it. This is the setup of the game, and we set up the game just like we would do with the base game, with a few exceptions. We need to shuffle in the new expansion cards in each of the 4 decks. The crew deck, the ship parts, the contracts, and the objectives. Once we have done that, we can place out the card on the table. Besides taking a command terminal in a color of the player's choice, the players now also take a reputation terminal. This should be placed above their command terminal. This new reputation terminal is where you keep a track of your collaboration with the other factions. It goes from 0 unknown all the way up to 5 ambassador. On 0, you should take 1 faction token in each color of the other players. Meaning that the yellow player here should have 1 orange, 1 purple, and 1 blue, representing the other players. So once each player have taken their new board, we have shuffled in the cards and placed them out on the board, we are ready to start playing the game. Binding Ties adds a new element to this game. If you remember the base game, you could work together and you could negotiate completing contracts together. And you can still do that in this game as well. But now you have the reputation terminal, which adds a new level of collaboration into this game. Because when you work together with the other players, you get reputation points. Moving the little faction tokens here up on the board as you earn more points together. These points can later be spent to get rewards, giving you more cards, giving you new contracts, credits, and so on. So all of a sudden, it's a bit more important for you to actually work with the other players. So you can team up with the other players to actually earn faction reputation. But how do you earn this reputation? Well, you can do this in a bunch of different ways. One of the ways is to complete a contract with another player. If you do this and you complete the contract, well, you both earn 1 point. Meaning that, for example, if the yellow and blue player completed this contract together, the yellow player moves up the blue faction token 1 step. And the blue player moves up the yellow faction token 1 step, earning them each 1 faction reputation. So you gain reputation if you complete a contract together, but if you do not complete the contract, all players involved in that contract actually loses 1 reputation instead. Some of the contracts will have reputations on them as a reward for completing that contract. These will become a part of the negotiation just as the credits and prestige. Meaning that if you complete a contract with an orange reputation on it and you get it in the negotiation, you get 1 orange reputation. But what if you earn a contract with a reputation color that is not a part of the game? Well, then you can actually choose which color you would like to raise 1 step. So you can use the reputation in the negotiation when you complete a contract. But that's the only way you can use reputation in a negotiation. It's only when you do a contract together. Some of the new crew cards and ship parts will also let you gain reputation, either one stated on the card or one of your choice. Okay, so you can earn reputation by collaborating with the other players, finishing missions, or using the ship parts, the new crew cards, and so on. But what's in it for you? Why do you want to get these reputations? Because you can spend them to get rewards. You simply spend reputation by moving the faction token a certain amount of steps to the left. At the bottom of your reputation terminal, you can see what type of rewards you can get by spending a certain amount of reputations. If we look over here, we have two different fields. One saying any faction token and one saying the same faction token. On this here, we need to spend the same colored faction token a certain amount of time to get that reward. Meaning that if we want to draw one objective, we would need to move the same faction token color 3 times. But on this down here, you can move any faction token a certain amount of times to get your reward. Meaning that to get this one down here, trash a card from your hand, you need to move any faction token 3 times. So you could, for example, move this once and these two once, giving you a total of 3 moves. And as you can see, we have 5 different steps of rewards. Starting down here with the cheapest costing you 1. The top one means that if you are the mission leader, you may trade a reputation to discard a contract and draw a new one during your planning phase. The one down here means that if you are the mission leader, you may trade a faction reputation to discard a ship part or crew from the armory and draw a new one during your buy phase. Here you gain 1 credit, and down here you gain 1 action or draw a card. Over here we can draw 1 objective. Down here you get to trash a card. Here you get to spend faction reputation to subtract 2 from any 1 requirements, meaning that if you're trying to complete a contract, you can take away 2 of the requirements. Here you can draw 1 more ship or crew card. Up here you get more prestige. Down here you get to block 1 hazard die. Last thing we can choose is over here, which means that we can trade. This means that we can reduce 3 reputations of any color to gain 1 faction reputation of another color. Once you get 5 faction points, it's usually a good idea to start spending them to get some rewards, because you never know how long time you get to keep on them. Maybe the other players will betray you and force you to fail with them, making you losing points. And let's just face it, you have earned these rewards. You should get them. The quality of this expansion will not let down any of the Moonraker fans, because it is just as well made as the original base game. The box is just as pretty. The player boards here just have the same feel to them. Even these little plastic tokens here, I mean, it is plastic, but it got a beautiful design to them, a beautiful feel, really thick plastic tokens. And the rule book is just as well made as the original one. This is tinier, of course, but you had the same feel to it. Good pictures, easy to understand, really fast to learn this one. And you have, again, an insert from Game Trace, keeping everything in good place when you put the game away. It's just so well made, and like I said, it won't disappoint anybody. If you like the quality of the base game, you're going to be quite satisfied about this one as well. You can tell the new expansion cards apart by looking at the lower left corner. Down here is a symbol that you do not have on the original cards. In this way, you can in an easy way distinguish them from the original cards and easily take them out if you do not wish to play with the expansion. Did I enjoy this expansion? Yes I did. I think this expansion gave this game a whole new level. But then again, I like more of a kind of a co-op game. And this gives the game almost a co-op feel. All of a sudden, you have something to lose and gain together, not just the backstabbing here, where you can just throw someone under the bus, but you actually get something from keeping your word. But then again, you can also just try to fly solo here by just using the ship cards or the crew deck to gain reputations instead of trying to collaborate with the other players. Either way, this kind of forces you to try to do something with the other players because you do not want to be the one that has the least reputation here, because these rewards makes kind of a big deal in this game and can be the difference between you winning or losing. That is how you add Moonrakers Binding Ties to the base game of Moonrakers. This actually does a lot to the base game. I mean, the base game itself is just brilliant and it's really great. But this adds another element to it, almost forcing the players into kind of like a co-op mode, but not really, because you're probably gonna end up backstabbing another player anyway. But this is brilliant. It's good made, it's great colors, it's just good components. Everything about this is beautiful. I love the gameplay. I love the feeling of the game. I love the whole negotiation part. I love the way that you can build your deck and upgrade your ship. Check this out. It's just really, really well made. There will be a Kickstarter on the expansions here really soon. And I will, of course, enter all the links down in the description. So if you want to check it out, well, go ahead and check it out. If you like this video, people, you know what to do. Give me a comment, give me a like or whatever. If you want to check out the games here, please tell me what you're going to get the expansion. Are you going to check it out? Do you have the base game? What do you think about that? Tell me in the comments. I really want to know. And if you like my channel, please subscribe to it. And until next week, people, please keep on spreading that board gaming love I know you all have. Peace.